One of the most significant changes will come from the commercial-scale production of graphene by 2030. Manufacturers are developing methods to produce large, high-purity graphene sheets at costs that make them viable for widespread use. Electronics companies are already preparing to launch batteries with graphene-based electrodes, which could charge several times faster than current lithium-ion cells. In construction, graphene-reinforced concrete is being tested for its ability to double strength while reducing material use, offering longer-lasting and more sustainable infrastructure. Self-healing materials are another area poised for major impact. By 2035, these materials could cut infrastructure maintenance costs in half. Engineers are incorporating microcapsules filled with healing agents into concrete and asphalt, allowing cracks to seal automatically when damage occurs. Some designs use vascular networks within polymers to deliver repair compounds to affected areas, mimicking the way biological systems heal themselves. Early applications in bridges and roadways are already showing promise, with bacteria-based concretes that seal cracks by producing limestone. These technologies extend the service life of infrastructure and reduce the frequency of costly repairs. Metamaterials are advancing rapidly, with practical invisibility cloaks anticipated by 2035. These engineered materials manipulate light in ways not found in nature, allowing objects to be hidden from view at specific wavelengths. Current prototypes are small and limited to certain frequencies, but ongoing research is expanding their range and scalability. Potential uses include coatings that help aircraft evade radar, medical imaging devices that let surgeons see through tissues, and consumer products like glare-free windows. The development of CO2-derived materials is expected to address both environmental and industrial challenges by 2035. Companies are scaling up processes that convert captured carbon dioxide into building materials and plastics. This approach not only sequesters greenhouse gases, but also provides alternatives to petroleum-based products. Carbon-negative concrete, for example, locks CO2 into aggregates, turning construction into a method of long-term carbon storage. These materials are being tested for use in packaging, textiles, and everyday goods. By 2040, 4D printed materials will begin to appear in commercial products. Unlike traditional materials, these can change shape or properties in response to environmental triggers such as temperature or moisture. Applications include self-deploying flood barriers, building facades that adjust ventilation automatically, and medical implants that adapt to changes inside the body. These adaptive materials reduce the need for mechanical parts and enable new types of responsive systems. Biological materials are also gaining ground. Advances in biofabrication allow for the production of fibers stronger than Kevlar using yeast-grown spider silk proteins. Bacterial cellulose offers lightweight and durable alternatives to leather and plastics, while mycelium-based packaging replaces polystyrene with compostable options. These innovations require less energy to produce and are designed to break down naturally, reducing environmental impact. Graphene oxide membranes are showing potential for water desalination, offering flow rates much higher than traditional filters. Large-scale production could make clean water more accessible and affordable, particularly in regions facing scarcity. Pilot plants are already demonstrating the viability of these membranes for processing significant volumes of water daily. As research continues, the most advanced materials will combine properties such as strength, conductivity, and self-repair in single substances. Hybrid composites, like those blending graphene with ceramics, enable lighter and more resilient products for aerospace and energy applications. The use of machine learning accelerates the discovery of new compounds, with algorithms predicting which combinations will yield the most promising results. Safety and regulatory oversight remain important as these new materials enter widespread use. Nanoparticles and other novel substances require thorough testing to ensure they do not pose risks to human health or the environment. Manufacturing facilities are adapting to handle the demands of advanced materials, investing in specialized equipment and clean spaces to maintain quality. With these developments, The capabilities of materials science are set to influence many sectors, from construction and transportation to consumer goods and environmental management. The impact of these breakthroughs will be felt not only in industry, but also in the systems that support health and well-being. Global health advances. A series of global health advances will reshape medicine and public health by mid-century, introducing new standards for prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. One of the most notable developments is the pursuit of a universal flu vaccine. Unlike current seasonal vaccines, these next-generation shots target conserved viral proteins, aiming to provide protection against a broad range of influenza strains. Clinical trials have demonstrated multi-year immunity, and approval of the first universal flu vaccine could arrive by 2030. If these vaccines meet expectations, they may eliminate the need for yearly reformulation and prevent hundreds of thousands of deaths worldwide each year by 2035. Artificial intelligence is poised to change cancer detection by 2030. AI algorithms trained on vast medical imaging datasets are now able to identify tumors at the earliest stages, often before symptoms appear. These systems analyze CT scans and MRIs with accuracy surpassing most human clinicians, and routine use of whole-body MRI screening for high-risk groups is expected within the decade. Early detection will likely improve survival rates across many cancer types, shifting treatment toward less invasive and more successful interventions. Nanomedicine is advancing rapidly, with engineered nanoparticles offering targeted drug delivery for conditions that previously resisted conventional therapies. Gold and polymer-based nanoparticles can deliver chemotherapy directly to tumors, sparing healthy tissue and reducing side effects. Trials are also exploring the use of nanomaterials for clearing arterial blockages and repairing nerve damage. While production costs remain high, ongoing research may soon make these treatments more accessible, and by 2040, nanomedicine could offer cures for diseases once considered untreatable. Efforts to prevent future pandemics are accelerating as well. By 2028, global early warning systems will integrate data from wastewater, animal populations, and travel patterns, using AI to flag emerging outbreaks before they spread. The World Health Organization and national agencies are building surveillance networks that analyze hundreds of signals daily. Early detection and rapid response could reduce the mortality and economic impact of pandemics, allowing authorities to act before new diseases become widespread. The field of organ transplantation may be transformed by 3D bioprinting. Researchers have already implanted printed skin and corneas in early trials, and advances in vascularization are bringing the printing of complex organs, such as kidneys and livers, closer to reality. By 2035, 3D printed organs could become widely available, reducing or even eliminating transplant waiting lists and lowering the risk of rejection through the use of patient-specific cells. Gene therapy continues to progress, particularly for monogenic disorders. CRISPR and other gene editing tools are being refined to correct mutations responsible for diseases like sickle cell anemia and cystic fibrosis. Improved delivery methods target affected tissues with greater precision, and by 2040, gene therapy may offer lasting cures for thousands of single-gene conditions. Clinical trials are expanding to include neurological and muscular disorders, raising hopes for effective treatments where few options previously existed. The human microbiome is gaining recognition as a key factor in chronic disease. Treatments that engineer or restore healthy bacterial communities, such as targeted probiotics and fecal microbiota transplants, are already successful for some infections. By 2035, microbiome-based therapies could become standard for preventing and managing conditions like obesity, diabetes, and inflammatory bowel disease. Regular microbiome screenings may become part of routine healthcare, enabling more personalized approaches to disease prevention. Mental health monitoring is also evolving, with wearable devices tracking physiological indicators such as heart rate variability and sleep patterns. By 2030, these tools will be able to identify risk factors for depression and anxiety, allowing clinicians to intervene earlier and tailor treatments more precisely. privacy protocols will be a priority as remote mental health monitoring becomes more common. Advances in regenerative medicine, anti-aging therapies, and disease prevention are expected to extend healthy life expectancy by up to 15 years globally by 2050. Senolytic drugs that remove age cells, stem cell therapies for tissue repair, and personalized cancer vaccines are among the interventions moving from trials to clinical use. Portable diagnostic devices, implantable drug delivery systems, and AI-assisted robotic surgery will make high-quality care more accessible, especially in underserved regions. These developments will require careful management of costs, equitable access, and ethical considerations. As health systems adapt to these new capabilities, the ripple effects will be felt across societies, influencing how people work, plan for the future, and participate in economic life.